All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Module 4. Okay, so everything's going smooth. Um, the pattern still kind of continues with the modules. This week, we're really looking at AI as sort of a research partner, and we're going to be introducing what I think is probably one of the best tools in AI, and that's called Projects, which is within both GPT and Claude. But let's minimize my picture here and take a look at Module 4. Again, is this research partner decision support? That's really the power of AI. We're going to hit a little bit more on verification of that data, and I know we've hit pretty hard on it throughout this course. And the reason for that is you just don't want to present anything that's been hallucinated or that's incorrect or the AI has misinterpreted it in some way. So having that skill, and we're going to talk about the essential skills going forward in this new AI world um, in our final modules, but um, an essential skill. Is the information correct? Do I know how to verify that information? Do I feel that it's strong enough to present and to make decisions upon? So, because the last thing you want to do is say, well, the AI said it made sense to buy this new $1 million scanner after I did the financial analysis on it. But if there were fundamental flaws that the AI used in doing that, that's on you. So we don't want that to happen. So we're going to be kind of going over that. All right, so that's pretty much for this week. Now there is one thing I talked about in this week's AI in action, which I wanted to double check and see if we had mentioned it, and it looks like we hadn't. So I just want to spend a couple of moments showing you another tool, and we're trying to get into some more different tools here. Projects is a tool you're going to learn this week. Dig into it, love it, spend some time learning how to do it. The other one is called Deep Research, and I'm going to pick on GPT to do this. And they all have this deep research, and it's somewhat of an agentic product. An agentic feature, meaning that you just give the AI something to do, and it goes and does it for you. So, and agents are the future, and I mean the future is like now, to be honest with you, because I've got an agent living on a computer at home, and they do things for me 24/7. And there's just agents are just been exploding over the past couple of weeks. So we knew they were coming, but the agents are here. But anyhow, this was one of the first agentic features, and that is called Deep Research, or it might be called Research. I think for Claude, they call it Research. GPT calls it Deep Research. So you got your little add little features buttons. So I'm going to do Deep Research. I'm going to click that. I'm also going to make sure web search is enabled. Yeah. Okay. Again, we're talking a lot about web search today. Oops, sorry. Nope. Oh, I'm sorry. Deep Research already activates web search, so I don't need to do that twice. But I definitely want to make sure I see the little logo for Deep Research. And Claude has a little check mark by it. All right, so let's see. We're going to have it do something. I'm going to do something kind of different from healthcare. I'm going to have it research the Artemis moon rocket. We're going back to the moon. I don't know if you guys are following this, but and that's supposed to be taken off sometime next month. So, but let's have it do a research project for me on the Artemis moon project. All right. Please provide me a deep research report on the Artemis project, its status, its features, pros and cons, and its current status, current mission. Okay. I click the button. I'd probably want to work better on that prompt. Remember what we learned in the previous modules? Use AI to improve the prompt. So I would open up just a regular chat window. I would start going back and forth and iterating on it. Usually I find things that I've missed. It will clean things up. It might suggest things, and I see some things, and then we go back and forth until I go, okay, that's really what I want to say. I very rarely wing my prompts, but just for speed, I'll do it here. And I will go ahead and send it on its way. Now, these can take 20, 30, 40 minutes. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to let it do its thing. As you can see, it's created a work process that it's going to be working through. I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, that looks good. I like it. Click start, and there it goes. All right, so I'll keep track of the time, and then I'll come back to you when the report's done. All right, so that took, as you can see up here, 26 minutes, right up there, 29 citations, 348 web searches. I mean, it was just going out there and doing its thing on that. Let's take a look at what, just download that report. Export to Word. It produced a 14-page detailed paper on this particular Artemis Deep Space project. I mean, it is, oh my God. Look, I mean, government agencies. eh, Again, this would be, kind of a term paper. This would be something that you would assign to do over weeks. Um, it's yeah, no, I mean, this is pretty amazing. So that's another tool for your toolkit is deep research. Give it a topic, have it go out there. How can you use deep research? Well, you could also use it with projects. You could have it go out there, take the time to research it, bring it back in, and then load it into your projects, vet it, read it, make sure that's what you want. But also, if you needed anything, like if you wanted to create basically a detailed document on anything, you could do that. For instance, one of my good friend and one of our fellow instructors, he created an entire textbook that you'll be using if you take if you take his class. This is why so many people are just there's a lot of uncertainty. Like if you're a textbook publisher, when you can basically have AI create a textbook for you, I mean, what we saw there would have been a great chapter within a textbook. So yeah, deep research. It's one of the things to keep in your toolkit. That's something I don't use often, but I do. It is used, so it's a nice feature to understand and to have. Play around with it. With the free plan, I think you're limited on how many deep researches that you can do. It's pretty intensive with the AI. If you see, it's constantly working for 26 minutes, and that burns a lot of what they call tokens. So you may not get a lot of those free per month. So be careful if you are doing some sort of project and you want to stay on that free tier and they only allow you 3 or 4, whatever it is, deep research launches, per month. Be careful on how you use them. So there you go. All right, everybody have a great week. Thanks.